Well, it seems we're all addicted to watching bad parents on TV. The Honey Boo Boo reality show, which, by the way, is brilliant, is now one of America's highest rating shows. It even beat some of the Democratic and Republican conventions in the ratings. It gets up close and personal with some of the world's worst mum and dads. Dance moms, there's diet crazy moms, there's toddlers and tiaras. This is just some of it. That's them cooking sketty. Angela Mollard and Dannielle Miller, why do we watch these shows? I love them.
You're
Angela?
a fan, aren't you?
Oh, Honey Boo Boo is something special.
Yeah, look.
I mean, that's a once-in-a-lifetime show for me.
Do you know what? They are actually a really lovely family. There's something really beautiful about them, and I don't actually care what people watch. What I worry about and concerned about is the child at the centre of it. And so the mums doing their dancing and all that sort of thing, I don't care what the parents do. But we are here to protect children, and one day Honey Boo Boo will want to get a job, as will the children and toddlers and tiaras, and they'll want to have a social life. And there's no one asks them. They don't have the maturity to say whether they want to be involved or not. And I think we're making judgments about what's best for them when, you know, they shouldn't be exploited in that way.
It is hard for, say, Honey Boo Boo's family to fake anything, though, Dannielle, don't you think? I mean, we can criticise them, but I mean, I reckon this is how they live.
Yeah, they're very authentic.
Yeah, authentic's the word I was looking for.
Absolutely. Happy to help. But I think what's really interesting is that watching these shows taps into a desire that many parents have to feel validated. You know, we live in a culture that's really obsessed with dictating how we should all parent our children. And we're made to feel bad about every choice we make, let's be honest. You know, we're told that we need to give such a variety of organic foods, that our children shouldn't be watching too much television, that they should be learning another language virtually from birth. We can take parenting so seriously. And I think parents actually take pleasure in watching people who seem to be doing it even worse than they are.
So there's a superiority thing involved.
I think so, or a validation that perhaps we don't have to be these uber perfect parents in order to have
You're
a
saying
loving
that Honey
relationship
Boo Boo and
with
Mama
children.
June are a good example.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying to lots of parents who are struggling and feel perhaps inadequate, they can look at that and go, well, at least I'm not letting her eat off the floor.
But at least they're actually acting like themselves, which is what I like about it. I think maybe it is a good example.
And there's a lot of love in that house.
There is a lot of love. You've got to say that. All right, well, let's move on. It's staggering. See what we did there? We turned Honey Boo Boo into a positive. A staggering 30% of kids age 5 have a TV in their bedrooms. Now, parents know that too much TV is bad for their kids. They know that there are links to childhood obesity, so why? Why do they fall into the trap? Ladies, what do we think? I mean, Dannielle, I mean, kids, I mean, look, Leo loves the TV, but, you know, I wouldn't let him have it in the bedroom.
I'm actually really surprised at these statistics. I was floored. If someone had asked me to guess how many children of that young age might have a TV in their bedroom, I would have said probably 2%. I would have thought that would have been quite
30
rare.
30 is high.
30 is really high. I mean, I think as parents, and again, you don't want to be the parenting police. We've just talked about the dangers of that. But I think we all know that, you know, sometimes it's great to let your child watch their favourite show. I know my little boy at 5 was was obsessed with watching, you know, Toy Story and Buzz Lightyear. But you let them watch it perhaps once a day. When the TV's in their room, you can't monitor how much they're watching or even what they're watching and how they're processing
And what times they're watching it.
I don't want to be the parenting police myself, but I think parents need to be police. They need to set boundaries. They need to set parameters for their kids. The children don't have the sophistication and maturity to stop themselves. Also, if they've got something in the bedroom, you're not monitoring it.
No.
So actually, I'll call it and I'll say it's really lazy behaviour.
Yeah,
it's really lazy, and I'm really sorry, but we have a responsibility to our children to keep them happy and healthy and well connected and build their physical and social skills, and sticking a TV in their bedroom is just plain wrong.
Got to wean them. You got to wean them off the screen. Wean off the screen. Lastly, you can use that, by the way. Lastly, we all know those parents who can't stop talking about their kids. Now, experts have warned him becoming too obsessed with their children's lives can do more harm than good. I'm not sure about this. I know I'm a little obsessed with Leo, but I feel I've only got one shot at being a parent at this time. I don't think I'm being
Hang on,
over the top.
Mr. Campbell. You just told us that your son is in the middle of producing poo soup, I think.
It's pretty bad in my house at the moment. It's pretty bad.
You are massively oversharing. Look, you've got a year, I think. You can have a year of just going for it, talking about them, talking about the pureed broccoli and what their number 2s look like and that sort of thing. But when my daughter was in about 8, 9 months, the Twin Towers came down, and I met up with my mother's group about 2 days later. And 2 people in that mother's group didn't know that the Twin Towers had come down. Their insular nature, I think, try and read a paper, try and get on the internet, try and stay connected for your own health as well.
I come here
really
2 hours a day
important.
just to get myself out of Leo's life. It's the only reason why.
You come for the paycheck. Come come off
There may not be
it.
much of that left.
And the
Dannielle?
fancy pants.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the pants?
Oh,
No,
I'm
you
not a
just
fan.
finish this.
But
Let's go to this topic first.
Yes, absolutely.
And then we'll have a vote on the pants.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
sounds good. I think that it's really important that you do, share the love, and that it's lovely to see parents who are enthusiastic about their children.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't mind your story about the poo soup because I think it's important to share the challenges. What irritates me...
I'm so sorry for all those people at home who may have just had a late breakfast.
Yeah, but I think what worries me is when parents become, as you said, totally focused on their child, totally obsessed over everything their child does, and feel the need to preach that to everybody else, because the best thing we can do as parents is also have relationships and interests outside our home.
Totally. It's healthy for the kids.
It is. It models to our children that they are not the centre of our universe,
All right.
and that we are interesting, diverse people.
All right, final topic. Apparently my pants. Now I need to get some help on this, and we got, because I wore these in great faith this morning, but I've had my producer yell at me already. But I don't think this is so bad. It's a little Gangnam Style.
No.
But look at that. Well, oh, my pack's falling down. But look at that. It's just a pair. Look at that with the bow tie. I like you. Now let me get the couch's opinion first.
All right, I'm loving watermelon. I'm liking the working back with the bow tie and the thing. And I think men's clothes are so boring that anything like that is a winner.
Okay.
Danny.
I've seen your 80s show, which is fantastic.
A lot of colours like this.
This looks like you're doing your 80s show. I'm not a fan, I'm sorry, but we can put it to Facebook. Let's put it to the people.
Good idea. Go to Facebook now. Tell me yay or nay on what I'm wearing today. There's a lot of rhyming. Wean off the screen and a yay or nay. Ladies, thank you so much. Coming up, you don't need a fat wallet for a fantastic wardrobe. We've got a special budget fashion parade, which I may join today, and also ahead.